Hello.
Hello.
Let's sit
We
down.
have a guest.
Who is it?
I don't know, Steve. Tell us who it is.
I'm Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Thank you very much for coming, for joining us.
Yes.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here. I got a lot of painting to do. It's a good excuse.
We love being people's, well, not really motivation, but people's alibis. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
painting. That's it. Yeah,
Alibis.
I was painting. That's what I was doing.
Absolutely. Alibis are
So
good.
this is all pre-recorded. Steve's part is all pre-recorded, so we don't really know where he is.
Yeah,
Right.
we're just really good at acting and timing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm behind you.
Yeah. He's not committing any kind of heinous crime and using this as an alibi at all.
At all.
Well, just a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, but now
A
he
little
just
bit.
threw in the alibi, so.
Not at the moment.
So, Steve, tell everybody where you're from.
I am from Southern California, and that's where I am right now, in fact. And I am known on the interwebs for my actual play channel, Shadows of Archonia. Shadows of Archonia.
Yay.
Oh, we're being told in the chat that we're getting a lot of reverb.
Can you tell us who in particular, chat, or is it just all together?
YouTube chat is always a little behind.
Post-punk
Yeah.
recording studio.
I'll bet you there's an extra audio stream running, an extra audio feed running to the stream that you don't intend.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you
Is
massive
there an echo?
Yeah,
Oh,
massively.
shoot. On who?
I have no idea.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see.
Chat says it's coming from everywhere.
Everyone.
Yep.
Oh, I know. Maybe it's me. So it's got to be me.
Hey, this is Lisa. She's the problem.
I'm always the problem.
You know that song? It's Lisa.
Sorry.
The problem is Lisa. No.
See,
No.
if that caught it, let's see, did that help?
Sometimes it's me.
Okay, so let's see.
Speaker is contact.
Well, while you're doing that, I will say some stuff
Yeah, say some
to
stuff.
fill the dead air, I suppose. I'm currently painting stuff that I did not craft. Keen-eyed gamers will recognize this as Dwarven Forge terrain, which I possess because it was gifted to our stream by one of our players. And some of it was painted and some of it was not. So I have a couple of painted pieces here. I'm trying to match the colors on the unpainted ones. Because pretty soon, over on my channel, we're going to be starting a Shadow Dark campaign, which is very heavy on dungeon crawls. And we're going to need all this stuff, which has been sitting in my bin, in my cabinet unpainted for a couple of years at this point.
That's amazing, though. Having such a treasure, basically, of like the expertly made. Well, the word is the good stuff. Basically, like the premium.
Yeah, it was astounding because this player Max, who you all I'm sure know from our Friday stream, was not in our first campaign. Our first campaign over there was 100 episodes in D&D 5th edition, and at the end of it, 2 players left and we got 2 other ones. And we didn't know this guy Max. One of the players that left, Joshua, sent him to us. The first time we met him, he showed up with a box of terrain. He says he's going to give it to me. Actually, he says a bunch of stuff. And when he
That's
got to
hell of
my
instruction.
house, yeah, when he got to my house, he had a huge bin full of miniatures, like official D&D Whiz Kids miniatures, and tons and tons of Dwarven Forge sets.
Ooh.
Huh.
And I was like, dude, I've never met you. You just gave me like $2,000 or $3,000 worth of stuff. He's like,
You-
yeah. But that's why I say it was gifted to the stream and not to me, because it's for us all to use.
There's a question in the chat from Duffy. He says, it's really cool. How do you find it blends in with other bits of terrain you have for dungeon crawls?
So by and large, you can fit terrain into the same build, even if it doesn't match, as long as you have space between it. I have some 1 minute, well, no, I have some high-speed character, or what am I trying to say? High-speed tabletop terrain setups. Just, I think I've only done like 4 of them at this point. But I have them over on my YouTube channel, and you can see, I actually used some of this stuff in one of them unpainted like this. And it was a cyberpunk setup, but the guy who was GMing that night asked me to build something with all black walls. He said, well, I have some unpainted Dwarven Forge, it's all black. A lot of machinery bits sitting in front of it. And you know, once it's all there, it looks fine. Similarly, I recently did another build that was a mixture of 2 types of Dwarven Forge terrain, the caverns and the dungeon ones, because I wanted this room to be like, I wanted it to be like so old that some of the worked stone had faded into more like natural cavern look. And I did put them both in the same build on a map that was unrelated to that. And, you know, like I said, as long as you're not trying to put disparate sets right up against each other, if you have something in the build that can separate them, it looks like it's on purpose.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. If you have your overview, if you have your main vision, you can figure
Right.
out how to make it work together.
Daffy, still echo?
I'm going to change my audio, so give me a second. I'm gonna put on headphones just to see.
I think it's coming
Well,
from me, but I just can't figure out from where.
yeah, none of the 3 of you sound echoey on my end, and I know I only have the one audio source going to you, so
Same here.
it must be doubled up on Lisa's end somewhere.
Yeah, it's on my end somewhere, and I just can't find it.
Can you check if you've got like a desktop audio capture active or something like that?
Oh, you know what you should do in OBS, Lisa, if you haven't? Do you have any, you have the audio meters in OBS, right?
Yeah?
If you right click where the audio meters are, there will be an unhide all option in case any of them are hidden from you. And then
Okay.
like every mic and potential audio source, every camera will show up in there
Okay.
if it was hidden. And then that might be where you can find them. Because if you see 2 of anything, there's your problem.
Okay.
But
I did switch my speakers, so let me know if that made any difference too, just now.
I can unmute the YouTube stream, and maybe I can help. I know the chatters are trying to help, but they're always a couple minutes behind real time, so it's
All right.
not easy for them to actually help.
Everyone.
Hmm.
Okay. So everyone has varying degrees. Okay.
Okay, so Daffy is saying that the echo happens when Kim and I speak.
When Kim.
And myself, I just heard myself reverberating.
Okay.
Let me try something else. I'm gonna try something something else.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I may not be heard for a minute. So give me a moment.
Okay.
All right. I have also, let's make sure that that's on. I've also changed my microphone.
It's beautiful that while streaming, you always discover these new and interesting problems.
Isn't it
Yes,
fun?
absolutely.
Isn't it
Yeah,
You
fun?
know, I do test streams sometimes. I have, you can set YouTube streams to private so no one knows they're happening.
Hmm.
I have a dummy Twitch account as well that I stream to when it's not real. And uh, every time I go on, I know it's going to work. And sometimes it just still doesn't.
Yeah. Let's see. Default.
Hey, how about that, guys? Is that better?
Okay, so Chris is saying Lisa's is the best sound right now, but at least everyone can be heard clearly.
Okay. Well, I know they're a little. The chat is a teeny bit behind, so I'm gonna wait to see if they respond to what I just said about mine.
Make sure there's nothing else open on my.
Aha. All right, try that. How's that? Is that better?
Lisa's worse now after the change.
Okay, that's fine.
Hmm.
I'm hearing a lot of noises that sound like someone found something, but yeah.
No, that's me just moaning. Just talking to myself because I'm trying to.
Okay, Lisa, Chris said you're good now.
I'm good now. Is everybody else good now? Or is the echo gone?
I don't know.
And did you accidentally change something after you sounded good because of the
Yeah.
delay?
No, I was waiting for a response from the chat.
Okay. Yeah, so you did say you're good now.
Oh,
Yeah, but what about the rest of us?
well, yeah, the rest of you. Is everybody else?
Ooh, I'm good.
Well, that's.
What about me, Chris?
Whatever, I'm good. No,
Good is relative, Kim.
no, true.
Okay.
True.
Pepper
Okay.
says we're all good now.
Yep. Thumbs up.
Yay! I figured it out. Sorry. I'm sorry, folks.
Okay, you'll have to tell me what that was, Lisa. So just so
It was
I can
nothing to do
avoid
with
it.
you at all. It was all me.
Oh well, I'll go back to my other mic. No, I'm good right now. I'll just stay where I am just in case.
All right. Now I can actually get to work and do some crafting.
What are you crafting today, Lisa?
I'm still working on the scarecrow for Carl's challenge, which is due when, Carl?
It's not this coming Sunday, it's the Sunday after that.
Uh,
So Sunday, 26th October.
26th of October. All right.
Yep.
So if
And
any
Carl,
of
are
you...
you judging the challenge?
It's not really a competition. I'm like, we're just throw a bunch of stuff together and then we discuss whatever everyone made. It's usually very educational.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I was going to say, you know, if you're judging and you're also watching her make it, it seems like there's a conflict there.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
competition. It's more of a challenge to, can you make it kind of thing. And let's see what you did kind of thing.
I see.
Yeah, like a prompt.
Yeah. All right, so.
So this, if you didn't know, Steve, it's a scarecrow. You might have heard already, but
Yeah,
scarecrow
last
is the
week.
prompt. Yep. So that is fun.
Hey, that's starting to look pretty good. It was just a bundle of twigs the last time I saw it.
But mine or
Yeah.
Lisa's? Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yours, Kenny. It was I made a Blair Witch comment last week.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. I decided not to go with those bundles. I decided to go with a Shazam figure that I
Okay.
wrapped in twine and
Oh,
then
okay.
used what's its dryer sheets to make the clothing.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Thank you.
When I was a kid, I had a Thor figurine that I had wrapped up in a kite string, so he looked like a mummy. And whenever my friends asked me who it was, I would say it was Thor, God of Thunder.
Huh?
That's
That's
good.
good.
I like that.
That's good. That's good.
You know, that would actually make a really good. I'm sure someone's done it. A Halloween costume where they get just a helium balloon, and then just drape white trash bag tassels. Get a white balloon and drape white trash bag tassels on it and have it follow them around. It's my ghost.
Mm. You've seen the leashes, the like wire leashes.
Yes.
Yeah, they have a little ghost dog or cat or pet.
I saw
That's
someone use that and make the Nightmare Before Christmas dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It was
nice.
adorable. So cute. Very cute.
Yes. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I saved a bunch of them. I stopped using dryer sheets very recently, but I have like a bunch of them that I use for so many things. And Chris was saying that, he was definitely complimenting your troubleshooting, Lisa.
My troubleshooting.
Yep, because you corrected it, you fixed it for the
Yeah.
issue. Well, it could be like one of those things where someone sets a fire and then comes along and puts it out.
Yeah, okay.
Could be that.
um,
I
but
can
he
say
also.
for sure it wasn't any of us who went over to your house.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's only one
Yeah,
one
I deny
really.
all responsibility as usual.
Yeah, from all the way over there, I don't think that. I think you have an alibi. So this is the alibi stream.
Yeah, there you go.
Or the who done it.
So Steve, tell
The
us
alibi
about
fee.
Shadows of
Yeah.
Archonia. We want to hear more about Shadows of Archonia and how did
Yes.
it come about? What
Ooh, that's a good one.
what made you
So,
think of it?
so fascinating story.
Hmm.
Maybe I don't know. I started gaming with D&D Fourth Edition, and I never really got the whole thing of watching other people play. Uh, I was I tried Critical Role, I didn't care for it. I tried Acquisitions Incorporated, I didn't care for it. The one that hooked me was the Dungeon Dudes, Dungeons of Drakkenheim.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Okay.
Uh, and since then I've gotten back into some of those other people I mentioned, but I realized a few things about their stream that was different, which was first of all, they only had 3 players. They kept it very small, which made
Mm-hmm.
it easier to get invested in the
Hmm.
characters. And second of all, the episodes are only 3 hours long, which is a lot for a TV show, but it's pretty small for a live stream D&D campaign.
Hmm.
Critical Role's premiere just recently is 4.5 hours,
Yep.
and they
Very
go
true.
longer sometimes.
Yeah.
So that was what got me into watching people play games. What got me into doing it was for the years that I had been gaming, I had never gamed more than twice a month, usually less than that, because I had 2 groups going, and they were both monthly groups. And sometimes you miss a month, which means you
Mm-hmm.
don't revisit that story or those characters for 2 months, or
Yeah.
if it's the holidays, maybe
Hmm.
3 months. And I was just really sick of it taking forever to tell a story. But at that point, I had had so many people in and out of my gaming group that there was like 32 or something people in my little
Hmm.
Facebook group that I had
Oh,
for the
okay.
Wow.
gamers.
Wow.
Only 18 of them were active at any given time. We had 9 players in each game. But we had like 30 something people. And I said, you know what? Both of the games have ground to a halt at this point. If I find just the most dedicated 3 to 4 players out of these 30, I'll bet we can do this every week. How do I convince them to come every week? I tell them it's a show.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the reason there's a Shadows of Arconia, because I wanted my players to show up regularly. And I said,
That's
guys, this is a show. We're going to take it seriously. We have to have episodes out every week, barring, major events in your life. Obviously, we only need money, so like if you got to go to work, you got to go to work. If you got a family vacation, whatever. But other than like important things like that, be here. And if you can't do that, don't sign up.
Mm.
And the 4 people that signed up were the cast of Shadows of Arconia Campaign 1.
Yay.
nice.
Yeah.
That's a cool origin story.
That is a good origin story.
Manipulate your friends and influence people. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Thank you very much.
That's how
Now-
I go on.
Oh, I was just going to keep talking, but I'd like to hear what
Please
you
do.
want to say.
No. Please do.
All
Please
right.
do.
Well,
I t-
yeah, we wrapped that up. That was D&D 5th edition, and that ran for 100 episodes plus about 21 shots. And when that was over, it was set in the world of Arconia. That's why the channel and the stream are called Shadows of Arconia. When that was over, 2 of the players in it had to depart, had to take their leave. One moved away, another just got too busy and couldn't continue as a regular. He still comes on occasionally as a guest. So we got 2 new players. One of them is Max, the person I mentioned earlier, who gave us all this terrain and all the minis. And the other one is Yuri, who is an old friend of mine that I've actually known longer than almost anyone else in my life at this point. Longer than I've been playing D&D, but she was part of my original D&D game. She wasn't part of the original Streamcast, but she was one of my first players. But I have a table that we play at that I built, and it's a dining table that converts to a gaming table. And one of the things it does is on the side there's a pull-out drawer for each player. And what I did is I wood burned the family crest of each person who was in my original first game into the seat where they sat
That is
That's
cool.
very cool.
at the drawer. And Yuri's is she's Korean, so she doesn't have a family crest in the European sense, but she taught me the Korean character for her last name, so I put that on there.
cool. Very
That is
nice.
cool.
Yeah. And the drawer that has her symbol on it is directly opposite where I sit. So if you're ever watching my stream on Friday night, the camera that's pointed at me is attached to the drawer with her name
Sorry about that, guys.
But yeah, I've known Yuri longer than my wife. We used to live together in college back 2001 is when I moved in. It was a big house that a bunch of people lived in. We met there. Let's see, what else can I tell you guys? Oh, well, I'll tell you about the other stream, Tales from the Backlog.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because halfway through Shadows of Arconia Campaign 1, quarantine hit, COVID, lockdown. So we had to move to remote games for Friday, and there's a good chunk of about 30 episodes in the middle of those 100 where we're all remote, which we didn't care for, but it was what it was.
Yep.
A thing you may remember about being in quarantine is that everyone was bored.
Yes.
Yeah, I have
Everyone was
some
gaming.
recollection of that. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was gaming more. And I said, you know what? I have these games that I've bought. The two that were the big impetus for me to start another stream were Merkboard and Hypertellurians, because they had these beautiful books and amazing art. And I had bought them mostly just to have the books. But then I was like, I'm never going to get to play these because every single Friday we're playing D&D. So I'm starting another show. And the other benefit of it is all of my friends around the country and around the world that I would love to play with but can't, or I would play with but they're usually too busy. We are all locked in our houses right now, so people are going to
Active
show
audience,
up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's how that went. The first episode of Tales from the Backlog was going to be tasked with a group of fellow patrons of DM Scotty that I had met in a game that Scotty had run during quarantine.
Mm.
Um, of those few original players, including Scotty himself and a few other people, the only one who showed up when all was said and done was Pepper. Everyone else stopped it. And they've now been in almost, well, I won't say almost every, but way more than half of the episodes of Tales from the Backlog. They haven't been on in a while because their hours changed at work, but that's part of the concept of that show is it's much smaller commitment than the uh, the Friday show. On the Friday show, we got people, I need them to be there every week. Monday's the opposite. I want as many people on as I can, and we only need you for 1 to 3 sessions, and then you can go about your business.
That is ironic, Steve, that you met Pepper the same way I did.
Through
That's
Scotty,
exactly, yeah, that way, exactly through the quarantine patron games that he was doing.
yep,
That's funny.
that's
So
funny.
Small
Yeah,
world.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you guys knew each other from way back.
No. No, it was the patron games.
the we got a couple of things in chat.
Yeah.
Um, the
Laser Cat is Alan, by the way.
oh hey
Is it?
and we've got
Yes.
Misery and Mia Geek. I don't did we I don't know if we went through the role. We got me.
I don't think we did.
Okay, so I know we've got Mia Geek, we've got David, we've got Shadows of Archonia, we've got Steve, of course, and Carl. We've got Cross the Campaign Terrain. Hi.
Hello, everyone.
We've got me. We got Chris, Lil
Hi,
Siwa.
Chris.
We have. Let's see. I said we had Alan. I said we had. Oh, and Laser Cat, which is Alan. Hi, Alan, and Misery.
Alan,
Thank you
by the
all.
way, this is for you, bud. This is Shadow Dark Terrain right here.
Oh, don't give it all away, Steve. That's where he dies. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Did
no,
I mess up?
he's running that one. He's
Oh.
running.
Oh,
Oh.
well, nice knowing you, Steve.
We're doing.
Good night.
It's like digging your own grave.
Yeah, we're doing Shadow Dark. We're doing Shadow Dark in between because we're about to wrap up campaign 2 over there. In between our last 2 campaigns, we did like 15 episodes of Cyberpunk Red and a few other things. So I told Alan, you can do about 1 to 10 in Shadow Dark, levels 1 to 10, and then we'll get on to campaign 3. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long, maybe 20-ish episodes, but we've never done Shadow Dark for more than one shot, so I don't know.
So let's see. We've got a couple of things. So Chris had mentioned dryer sheets because I'd mentioned dryer sheets for my clothing for my figure, and I wasn't using them anymore. And he says that his wife uses some uber hippie, environmentally friendly dryer sheets. So I'm gonna have to take a look at those. They crumple up like thick, like paper. Then Mia Geek said Han Solo says it's not my fault. I'm not sure when that came in, so I'm not sure if I was following the conversation when that came in. And Misery, awesome story about Steve's story about the origins of Shadows of Archonia. He says awesome story and a great community. They say. And Lasercat says yo.
So,
Yo,
Misery,
Laser
you
Cat.
were on the Twitch. You were on the Twitch stream during the game. Do you
Yes,
think?
Misery is a regular viewer of ours who's become an occasional cast member on Tales from the Backlog. He ran Mouse Guard recently for us.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
He's also named Chris.
He's also named Chris. Awesome.
Okay. So so I won't use names because we've got two Chris's at least.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Lil Siwa, Yuri, and Sally One Eye are probably my favorites in the SOA main campaign. I think she's great.
I agree.
Laser Cat, I finally got to the COC. Oh, probably the thread. Long story short, I am dead. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
I was in limbo for a moment, at least in my own mind.
I killed you?
yeah.
Yes, you did.
I
Yes,
killed you.
you
Yeah.
killed me.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were trying to stop me from
I was trying
continuing
to stop you from hurting yourself
from
and I
hurting
killed you.
myself because I was having a bout of
That was
madness,
very
and
effective.
it killed me.
Well done.
I did absolutely. I did not hurt myself after that. So thank
That's
you
a great.
very much.
Oh my God! Don't hurt yourself. I must stop you. Die.
Yep, yep. Let's see.
That's
Thank you,
beautiful.
Steve. Here's your
Okay,
cat.
I haven't watched the last drop yet, so please don't spoil it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't say anything else.
But yeah, I mean, the first two parts were super entertaining.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah, we can't
we've
go
had
too
some
far.
problems. I haven't had a chance yet to do any real work on my computer. I did everything that I thought was the problem and it didn't fix it. So I'm gonna have to take it out, probably open up the tower, clean dust out, make sure things are seated. Might have to get a new cooler. And at some point after that, I'm gonna have to run a test stream and hopefully I can do all this before next Monday because I don't want any more of these crashes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you can understand. We'll see. A Shadow Dark will be a nice light break from lethality after Call of Cthulhu.
Oh.
Um,
Oh,
Okay.
well, and we'll leave it there.
Oh.
um, dang, Laser Cat. Dang, love for Eddie Bones.
Eddie Bones is Alan's character. We love Eddie Bones too. I just meant Yuri's great. That's part I agree with. I can't pick a favorite player.
Oh, playing favorites. There you go, Steve.
Yeah.
If I had a favorite player, we all know it would be Sarah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll tell you,
Of
I've
course, of
played with
course, yes,
Sarah, and
yes.
as I love playing with Sarah, I think you have made an excellent choice in favorite players
Thank you
because
very
she is
much. I agree.
fabulous.
Sarah is also my favorite person to be a player alongside. There have been times when we get into a serious role play thing, and not to toot my own horn, but we can be very funny when we're both on the player side of the table together
Two.
because she always knows where I'm going.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. See, bodies be
For,
dropping. Let's see what.
for the uninitiated, Sarah is my wife.
Mhm.
She's also occasionally on the channel. She is in Shadows of Archonia campaign 2 for a long time because for about 6 months, one of our regular players, Matt, had a job that kept him away from the game. So we had Sarah come in as a replacement for him. So she played a character called Teacher for about 6 months, which translated to, I don't know, 15-ish episodes.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So for Steve, for crafting, um, how have you been crafting since you started playing role playing games, or did you
Almost,
sort of fall into that?
almost the whole time. So I mentioned that I started in D&D 4th edition
Mhm.
Hmm?
when I began playing. I was with a group of people who were all new, and I was the DM. This is something we were talking about over in my Discord earlier.
Mm.
The fact that I didn't have any nerves about being good enough to be a DM because it was my first gaming experience. It was the thing I did after learning the rules. So
Okay.
uh,
So
it,
you had
it
never
was,
played as a player before? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I'd never played as a
Straight to
player,
G. Okay.
Wow.
and neither had anyone else in the group. And it was before anyone was streaming games. There was no Critical Role or
Mm-hmm.
Acquisitions Incorporated or
Mhm.
anything where I could have seen another DM and worried that I wasn't as good as them. Like that just didn't happen. So I wasn't nervous at all. The only difficulty was learning a game from a book like that, especially one as complex as D&D. That was a hurdle, but there weren't any nerves about DMing. But that was my first game, and what we had resolved to do was rotate between adventures. I would run an adventure and then I'd give up the seat to someone else in the group to DM, and we would write our own characters out when we took over the chair. So the guy who was going to GM after me, someone else whose name is now on the table, a guy named Glenn, um, he found D and Scotty's channel. And that was the early D and Scotty, 2.5D D and
Yeah.
Scotty.
Yeah.
And he was telling me, I'm going to build this stuff when I run my game. Everyone's going to be blown away. And I stole his idea.
Mhm.
I flat out stole it. The finale of Keep on the Shadowfell, which is the free 4th edition introductory adventure they put out, I built it identical to the map in the book out of cardboard and paint. And everyone was blown away. And it wasn't, I didn't do it until the last, the finale battle of that first adventure, but it was the first adventure. So pretty much my whole gaming career, I've been crafting. And as I said to Carl, when you interviewed me over on your channel a year or two ago, the thing for me is I I want to have the final product more than I enjoy the process of crafting. I know there are people in our community, and I love the crafting community. I love seeing what people do, but some of you guys are as good as you are because this is what you do to relax. And for me, I don't do this to relax. It makes my back hunch up. Like I get stressed out and tedious about it. Right now it's fine because we're talking, but if I'm alone, it's just like boring to me. But I do it because I want the thing that I'm going to have at the end.
Mhm.
And so for that reason, 3D printing was my salvation. In fact, I am crafting right now. If I just turn the camera, there you go.
Okay,
That's my 3D printer printing away.
that's a big chunk
Inches
of it.
from where I'm painting.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah.
So you can't tell what it is because it's printing supports on the side, but I have the lower level of it right here. It's going to be a pagoda dice tower. This is the
Oh,
lowest
nice.
level. And
Wow.
you can see this roof overhang. That's what, when you do the 3D print, you
I
have to
see.
have
Okay.
supports to hold it up so it doesn't collapse while it's printing. So those will all break off and there'll be something like this, but slightly smaller because it's the next level up.
Nice.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Did you design it, or does that come from an STL that you found?
that comes from a STL by Loot Studios. I mention Loot Studios a lot because I'm a subscriber of theirs and I have a lot of their STLs. A lot. I've been subscribing to them off and on since they started a few years ago. They started shortly before I got my first 3D printer, I think. So I got a lot of their stuff. I got way more of their stuff than I will ever print. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they do some amazing work.
Yeah.
So you're painting your the dwarven forge stuff, and you said that when we were in chat earlier, you said that you were speed painting, but you're not using speed
Yeah.
paints. Is that correct?
Correct. I just meant I'm trying to do this real fast, but I do have some speed paints, and you mentioned that you wanted to talk about that.
I do,
This
because
army painter.
I am, and I've talked with Jim and a whole bunch of other people about painting minis, because I am the worst about painting minis. I just don't. I don't know why. It just it doesn't bring me joy. But I do hate having a finished terrain on the table and then unpainted minis on top of it. So
Mhm.
Jim was saying speed paints, go with speed paints, do speed paints, and I've been hesitant about it, and I don't know why. And I just wanted your take on speed paints. If you use speed paints,
I use them exclusively since I got them.
really,
Okay.
Only for miniatures.
only
I'd
for
never use them on
miniatures.
terrain. They're too
Hmm.
expensive to use on terrain. But you get these little bottles. You can't use that on terrain. You need too much paint for terrain. But they're great. Now, I am someone who has always been a budget hobbyist, 3D printers notwithstanding. I have only ever used these, craft paints from Michaels, and all the paint that I had prior to getting speed paint was this kind of stuff, which is not great for miniatures. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know that. I was like, I'm not. I just figured I'm not that good of a painter. Speed paints made me a better painter. When I put them
Um,
on, they do different tones, kind of the same color, because they're like they sink into the crevices. It's almost like a mixture of a paint and a wash at
Right.
the same time, and so they're really really useful. Since I got them, I don't put anything else on miniatures.
I mean, they're
Do,
effective.
do you use the medium and mix other paints with it? Because that's what I have. I have some of the speed paint medium that I just use with other paints, like my other only painter is pretty well paint.
I'm sorry, dearest.
I have not.
I'm having difficulty hearing you.
Oh, can
No, yeah, you are a little muffled, but I did understand you. I have not tried that yet. I have the medium, and I intend to do it one day.
cool. Let
So
me
there's
see. I
a
wonder why I'm
medium that you
muffled.
can add to paint to make it speed paint?
Yeah,
Yes.
basically, I mean, I've always wanted to try adding this to the like regular craft paints. I don't know if I guess Kim's saying that works. I don't know. Um,
I think
what
is
I
that
have used this for is just to thin out my existing speed paints, if that
Gotcha.
makes sense.
the thing is that Steve, craft paints are already very watered down compared to
Mm-hmm.
whatever else. And if I remember correctly, speed paints tend to be quite high pigment, just with
They're
a different
very,
medium. So,
yeah,
so craft paints might not work out that well.
that could be.
Do I sound any better now? Am I
Yes, you
still
sound
muffled?
beautiful, dear.
Okay, because I changed when I changed my audio before. I'm using my condenser microphone, which is over there, that I put on an arm, and I can move it in. Yay!
Ooh, snazzy.
Look, I've got a setup, or
She's
I'm
a
creating a setup.
she's a
Dude, your
professional.
whole space, yeah, your whole space is very impressive there too. With the
Oh, thank
colorful
you.
lights and all the crafting supplies behind you, you got all this camera gear under the. You're like a legit streamer there,
Yeah.
Yeah, I wear the trappings.
And she dresses for it too. Look at what she's wearing.
Well,
yeah, I see.
it's October. I wouldn't be going this far out if it weren't October. So you've got a couple more episodes of me like this.
Hmm. Perhaps I should wear my plague doctor mask next time.
Ooh.
Yeah, good luck making yourself understood, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Nope. Yeah. Yeah. No echo. We can't hear you at all.
Right. Okay,
Okay,
I'm
so
supposed to be
let's see.
painting, right?
You do what you want. You got responsibilities over there.
Yeah.
Painting, painting,
I,
painting.
Carl, I saw you were looking in the chat. Do you want to go, or do you? I can do it, whichever you like.
Yeah, I thought I saw someone earlier asking, what's all your favorite games?
Yeah, I
Oh yeah,
saw.
I
that was
think it
on.
was Lasercat, yeah.
Yeah, laser cat. Yeah.
So let's start with Steve. Steve, what is your favorite game or game
That's
system?
really hard for me because I love so many of them. Answers I've seen in the stream that I agree with, EasyD6 and Mouse Ritter in the chat there. I really like the game I'm currently running in the campaign, Worlds Without Number.
Hmm.
I don't know that I'd put it on my favorite. You know what? Mercborg. Mercborg is high on the list. Um, I like thing. I have an appreciation for both crunchier and more rules light systems, but I like rules light systems because you can pick them up fast. I can get them on the stream fast, which is pretty much all my gaming is on camera these days. Um, and yeah, Mercborg is top tier for that, and also because there's so many derivative games using the same rules.
Hmm.
I know I've played a few games on your channel, but I can't remember if I've played Morkborg. I think I have.
You played Challengers Advanced with us, didn't you?
Yes. Okay.
So that uses Mercborg rules.
Okay. Gotcha.
Let's see what else. Something else. Yep. Mouse Reader Easy D6. That was Mia Geek Mouse Ritter and Easy D6. Starfeed Easy D6. Open the rules for the DM.
Yes.
We'll see. Well, I'm jealous. I find pagoda roofs really hard to scratch build. Talking about your print.
Yeah.
I usually opt for a simpler style when I make Japanese vernacular architecture. David says he can't wait to see what I wear at Christmas. It's just October. Maybe I'll make an exception, but it's Halloween. Halloween is my month.
It's not Christmas time yet. We're not a department store.
Let's
So
see.
Christmas isn't really a costume time?
No, not
It's not for
well.
me.
Yeah,
And any time is a costume time if you
yeah,
try hard enough.
So
Get
that's the
there.
fat man that lives in the North Pole.
yeah. I do have some things, so we'll see.
Yeah, Mia Geek called out Vieja Escuela Pulp. It's a great game.
Yeah, it's great. Pulp, old school pulp.
Mm-hmm.
I'm better
Yep.
elf. Betting. Oh, Daphne's betting that I'll be an elf. We'll see what just got the Bluetooth microphone inside the Play Doctor mask. You have to glue the
See,
microphone
what'll happen
inside.
is I'll end up gluing myself to the Plague Doctor mask, and then that'll be all you see going forward ever.
Will be the last thing you see.
Vieja Escuela
So
Pulp.
Steve's 1-minute character builds on Shadows of Archonia are fantastic and fun. They clearly showcase his love for trying different systems. And
Excellent.
anyone who hasn't seen them should check them out. Yes,
Yeah.
agreed. Tell us about those one builds, Steve. I want to hear about it.
Okay, so those were born out of, and I hope this viewer isn't watching right now, because I don't want him to think it was out of spite, but those were born out of the comments section on one of our previous shorts.
Really?
Before I came up with 1-minute character builds, we had a brief period of time where Alan was shooting quick reviews of games we had run, and that's what the shorts were that were going up on the channel, adding gameplay shorts. Someone came into the comments and we got into a discussion about how long it should take to build a character. Because I think Alan had said something to the effect of it should take no more than 10 minutes to build a character in a game system. And the person was like, nah, because this person was clearly a D&D player
Yes.
and someone of the narrative persuasion who really wanted to put a lot of time and effort into their backstory and a lot of thought into the decision making of the characters, which of course is not wrong, but that was where they were coming from, and they couldn't fathom actually playing and being invested in a character that you'd only spent 10 minutes building.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, this person, the conversation was very cordial and friendly, and it was an enjoyable conversation. But I did come away from it thinking, this person has probably never seen games that aren't as complex as D&D or Pathfinder or Vampire the Masquerade, where you have to spend a lot of time building your characters. So the first one I did was Mercborg, because you can build a Mercborg character in no time flat. And I realized after I did that one, I think I've got a winner here with this series, because there's so many games right here on my shelf. Some I can borrow from Alan. I've now got a milk crate full of games that I got to finish up and get back to Jason. Every game I can get my hands on a physical copy of, I'm doing a 1-minute character build. And some of them do not lend themselves to it. Like Cyberpunk Red. Whew, that one is so sped up. But some of them, I don't have to speed it up at all. And Mercborg is, of course, one of those. And it's like, yeah, it's not out of spite, but it was like I can start to show people who don't know these kinds of games how easy it can be to build a character somewhere else. And even in the games where the character building is complex and difficult, you can still do it, right? As we say to our kids sometimes, you can do hard things. Um, and showing you a character build is the first step on you building one yourself. And that was my idea, basically. And I really enjoy doing it. I like when I can cram jokes into them because it's such a short time. You'd think I would never be able to do anything but roll dice and write numbers, but sometimes I manage to get a couple of laughs in there, and that's fun for me. I do have comments occasionally, or like, "Hey, that's not a character. Characters have backstories," and to those people, I say, "Okay."
Yeah, yeah, agree. Let's see. Character builds. Mia Geek. Lisa also played Scum and Villainy on Tales from the
I
Backlog.
did, and guess who it was that ran that game? I believe that was Miss Mia.
Mm-hmm. The first time on the channel, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, not their first appearance, but the first time they ran anything.
That was a fantastic
Scum
game.
and
I
Villainy.
enjoyed myself immensely.
And we'll see. Well, after 47 years of GMing and trying dozens of different systems in depth,
Excuse me.
Runehammer's Index Card RPG continues to be my go-to rule set, being fun to play and easy to learn, much like DM Scotty's Easy D6. Yep.
Yep.
And he's looking forward to running an original Index Card RPG cyberpunk adventure, yep, on SOA's Tales from the Backlog in January, thanks to Steve.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I am
I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
I think.
Go ahead.
No, go on. Go on.
I was going to say, Index Card RPG is one of those games that I'm aware of, and really only one step removed from its massive, massive following, rabid fan base for that game, and yet we've only ever played it once. And Tales from the Backlog is named such because it's all the games we have on the backlog that we don't get to play because we're always playing something else. It's getting to the point where the backlog needs a backlog because it's like there's so many games we want to play. We just don't have time for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful time to be alive. It's like new games keep coming out. There are tons of great games already on the market. So yeah,
Yeah, I believe that there's
Absolutely.
that you guys on Shadows of Archonia, or Tales from the Backlog, I should say, are going to be playing some weird Four Horsemen game, and that.
Oh, that's right, Carl. I don't know it. I don't know if I've told you about this, Carl, but we are doing Four Horsemen Easy D6 next
oh,
month.
nice. Really? Okay.
One of our players, Cindy, who's a regular on Tales from the Backlog, will be running it, and it will actually be her first time GMing on the stream.
Oh, nice. Okay.
She found us a long time ago through Easy D6 because she was a fan of Scotty, and Scotty has graciously come onto the channel many times to playtest not only his original Easy D6 core book, but also his various playsets that he has put out. Uh, they all tend to show up on our stream before they hit the market, which is great. And a number of other creators have also shown us that same kindness, but Scotty the most often. And
That's a great guy.
yeah, and so because of that, it brought us some people who are now cast members.
Ooh, Martin's come in. Hey, Papa Atelier. Martin, hey. Ooh,
Hey,
Carl's
Martin.
painting dwarfs.
Yeah, these are the same dwarves I was painting. I want to say 2 months ago, I think. Yeah, they've just been waiting on my shelf since.
We'll see. The Four Horsemen is a textbook example of how to write a concise system supplement. It is simply amazing and it makes history fun. Absolutely agree.
Thank you.
It does.
I played it, I ran it at a convention, I think it was last year. And it was really cool because the players, they had to figure out how to do everything because there was no magic. They couldn't be a wizard or anything like that. They were, I think it was a fighter. Um, Gosh, I don't remember what characters they chose, but not a fighter, warrior, and can't remember. But just trying to overcome, and they had to do a lot more role play because they had to really figure out how to talk to the people that they were dealing with and convince them of things and distract them. So it was really cool.
You know, the moment you can throw fireballs at people, your options become
Yeah,
slightly more important.
yeah, a little more
The options
faces.
you have become, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have not done Four Horsemen before, but I did run a different Carl Easy D6 adventure
Yeah, I
a few
remember
months
watching
back.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Pool of the Nameless Things. That was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
It didn't take as long as I wanted to make it take, but we had, I think, 3 sessions planned, and we finished that one in one, which is great. So I ran some other stuff the next 2 sessions.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, they managed to get out of that because they used the right scroll at the right time, I would say.
Mia Geek says Brian Crenshaw's Survive the Night was a great game. Yeah, I haven't played that. Anyone played that?
Brian is
I
Survive
a,
the
have
Night?
a
never heard
great
of that.
friend of mine.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, please check out some of our actual plays over on the channel. We've done it several times.
Ooh.
Brian is another person that I met in that same game with he and Scotty, that patron game. And while he didn't make it to Hyper-Tellurians, or maybe he did, I don't remember if he was in our first Hyper-Tellurians game. Maybe he was, but um, he's been on the channel a number of times, and usually running his game, Survive the Night. And he and I have become good friends outside of that as well. He is in my writers group, which we do online every Tuesday. He's been to my house from Ohio, which is a big ask.
Wow.
Um, yeah. Uh, so yeah, Brian's a good friend. We read each other's novels that we're writing. That's what the writers group does. And
You're writing a
yeah,
novel?
he ran. I have a published novel, self-published.
Really?
Please
Yeah, I
share.
haven't written anything in a while. I'll get it. Hold on.
Nice. Very excited to
I
see
was
that.
not aware of that. I am a terrible hostess.
That's
Yeah, you are, but
okay.
it's beside that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, we are
There
friends,
it is.
people.
And it's called For God Took Him, and it is based on and starring the biblical character of Enoch from the Old Testament.
Okay.
I wrote
Ah,
this over a long time. This is a much delayed Kickstarter. If you Kickstarted this book, I apologize. This was over a decade long Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
wow.
Yeah, because I did it wrong, to be honest with you.
The
Okay.
self-publishing part, or
So no, what I did wrong because I didn't Kickstarter was kind of new when I ran mine,
oh, okay.
and and I had not seen it done for a book. Now
Okay.
I know what you do if you're kickstarting a book is you finish writing it first and then you kickstart for the publishing costs.
Ah,
Mhm.
okay.
I kickstarted for money to live on while I wrote
Ah,
Okay. Okay.
with the uh, arrogant assumption that I would finish in 1 month. I got it half done in a month.
oops.
And the other 10 years were writer's block.
Oh
Ouch.
no.
Oh, ow.
Oh
Well, I was
no.
also, well, there's a lot of other reasons, but that was the main thing is I just couldn't get the ending right. It was, except for the final chapter, it was done years ago. But I didn't get it out until just last year.
Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes. I will put a So if you would share with us where to find it and to purchase it, we will put that link into the doobly-doo at the end of the show.
Doobly
Sure.
doo.
I'll try and pull it up and put it in the chat. It's on Amazon,
Okay.
and
And
it's
since you
called
live
For
so
God
close to
Took
me,
Him.
if I buy one, can I get an autograph from the author?
You can.
Nice.
You can try putting things in the chat. I don't know if you'd be able to. You could try now.
I've just sent it. I don't know if it showed up.
Oh, you meant the Discord chat. Sorry, I thought you meant in the.
No, I'm at the YouTube chat. I just put it
Oh.
in the YouTube chat. But if it didn't show up, then just go to Amazon and search For God Took Him, or search my name, Steve Boshear.
Okay.
And if you send it to Lisa in the Discord chat too, and she'll make sure it goes into
Oh
the
yeah,
description.
because I have it open, I'll just drop it in Call of Cthulhu.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
But yeah, it is a fantasy novel. Biblical references aside, this is not like a devotional book or anything. It is my interpretation of how Enoch came to be what he is in the Bible, which is a person who's mentioned basically once. And he's in a genealogy. And if you know the genealogies in Genesis, they're formatted where it says such and such lived this many years, had kids, lived this many more years, and then he died. I think is how they phrase it. He died. Enoch's is different. Instead of saying and he died, his ends with and he was not, for God took him. In a genealogy with dozens or maybe hundreds of names, he's the only one that breaks the pattern. And so there's a lot of speculation about why that is. And that's what my book is about.
Huh. That's an interesting take.
That is. So, did you talk about how Enochian thing plays into that at all, or?
No, I did reference the Book of Enoch, which is sort of an extra book of the Bible that's not in our Western versions. It's considered canon in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. It's a really interesting historical oddity because it meets most of the criteria for other books that were included in the Bible when it was assembled into what became the Bible. One of those criteria being that Jesus himself quotes from it. But it was decided at the time that it was, I guess, not old enough to be what it purported to be. And so it was not included in the Bible. But there's a lot of interesting things in there, including a first-person account of various visions that Enoch had, which did make it into my book, as well as Enoch, the book of Enoch lists and names some of the angels who fathered the Nephilim. So I don't know how much you guys know about the Old Testament, but the Nephilim were these giants that were supposedly the offspring of human and angels who had sinned by laying with human women. And the names of those angels are given in the book of Enoch. And so they actually appear in my novel.
Some fascinating stuff.
Yeah. So I had a lot of fun because outside of all of the biblical stuff, there was also a lot of like unsolved ancient mystery things that made it in. Like there's a place in South America, an island, which I believe is pronounced Diki, but it's full of these gigantic stone spheres that no one knows who built them. And there are varying sizes. Some of them, as tall as a car, some of them as small as a basketball. And they're just these perfectly round stone spheres that dot the whole landscape. They built parks around them, and people live alongside them. They're ancient, and no one knows where they came from.
Oh.
Yeah, and so that kind of thing made it into the book as a civilization that built things out of spheres. And so it was a mixing of a couple different ideas. It was this idea of, why did Enoch, why was his death not recorded, whether he died or not, open to interpretation. I don't actually give that answer in the book, no spoilers. Um, but how did he become the person who it says of him he was not, for God took him?
Hmm.
And then the other idea was, um, the of course all these ancient mysteries that I wanted to sort of touch on without necessarily explaining in detail. And then the last one was, like, what is death and why doesn't anyone ever try to stop it?
Hmm.
And that's essentially the story right there. The quest of the hero is some members of his family get killed by a Nephilim, and he goes on a quest to find out why people die and what we can do about it. And ends up in direct contact with God through that quest.
So,
Very
so
cool.
it's
Interesting.
death. Something needs to be done about this kind of thing.
Exactly.
I want to talk to the manager.
That's exactly the attitude. And
Yep.
I love the idea of someone who is so committed to a course of action that they absolutely will not stop. They will never give up. They will continue to move forward, no matter what. And what would that look like? And that piece of it was originally a separate book from the one that was going to be about Enoch. Or actually, a separate book from the one that was going to be about ancient mysteries, right? Because I had conceived this idea of a person who won't give up on trying to stop death as a modern day tale about, like, a researcher. um, but when I connected the two ideas together, that's when I said, oh, this person that I've conceived is Enoch, and he's going to go on a quest to stop death because he's from a time early enough in human history that people aren't even sure death has to happen. They're like, hey, let's not do this. I do adopt a young Earth fantasy, a young Earth interpretation of the Book of Genesis for that's the purpose of that story. I have had a couple of people ask me if I, in fact, believe the Earth is only 6,000 years old. No. I am a believer in the Bible. I don't believe that. But I found that it helped me create an interesting fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't laugh, Lisa. There's plenty of people who do.
Yep.
Yes, there are.
Did you? What was your? What was the motivating? Um, what motivated you to write a book like this? What made you think this is something? This would make a great story. I want to share this.
Well, I kind of just described how I had these two separate ideas rattling around in my head for a long time, and when they came together and merged into one, that was when it more or less sprang into my head fully formed.
Okay.
Um, says the guy who took a decade to write the book. But
Hey, editing is hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
editing is hard.
Yeah. I mean, it just hadn't come out. It was just
Yeah, I couldn't quite chip away all the stone from the face. But
Mm-hmm.
that's essentially it. And in terms of why write a book at all, um, I've always been a writer. Um, I went to school for film production. That's what my degree is in.
Okay, all right.
And I've written screenplays. I've written short stories. This is the only complete novel I've written. There's another one rattling around in the brain pan now. And of course, now that I run 2 game streams a week, a lot of my creative energy goes into that instead. But there are short films out there. You can find my name on IMDb, um, as
That's
both a
good.
writer, a director, an editor, and assistant director.
Wow. That's a
And
lot of
in
hats.
one, a couple of things, an actor.
Mm.
Really?
You
Oh yes.
in your writers group, is it all people who are published or people who just enjoy writing?
No, nobody's published except for me and one other guy who have self-published. And it's also not all people writing prose. We do a lot of screenplays in there, short stories, long form novels, and we have even had Yuri in there with poetry back early in the group.
If you're looking, you can see my ears are perking up
Oh, oh.
because I would like to talk to you about that. Because I mean, I know you've watched like my last video, so you know that I do like
Yes,
narrate stuff. So I'm very
I'm
interested.
very impressed by your prose narration. Yes.
Thank you very much. So yeah, I will be in contact to learn a little bit more because I'm very interested in that. That was what I wanted to do when back in the day. my original desire was to write. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And I got sidetracked.
Well,
But
yeah,
it
we'd
was
love to have you, and it's all over video call. It used to be at my house, not anymore.
okay.
So that'll work great.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I will be in touch on that.
It's Tuesday nights. I don't know if that matters.
Well, there's one Tuesday every month I wouldn't be able to make it. I'm a member of my fire department, and that's our I'm the secretary, so I have to be at the meetings.
That's kind of important.
Yeah,
All right.
but the rest of them, I should be good. If that's well, we can talk about that. Everybody else, just talk amongst yourselves. Steve and I have
Yeah,
a conversation now. I'll check the chat. Um, we'll see what I see the book of Enoch was rejected for inclusion in biblical scripture by the Orthodox Church, either at the First Council of Nicaea in 325 or the First Council of Constantinople in 381. Probably the latter because they had a whole lot of other business going on in Nicaea during the first one. Winky face. Then Goliath of David and Goliath fame was said to be a descendant of the Nephilim. Yeah, I heard that. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although there are potentially, depending on your interpretation, potentially two groups called Nephilim in the Old Testament, one pre-flood and one post-flood.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Actually.
Oh, I know what I want to do. I'm just gonna go to the side for just a second. I'm still here.
Yep.
This is what makes painting for me difficult because this up close stuff drives me nutso.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm trying to paint the rope on the what the scarecrow is going to be mounted on, and I want it to be different from the wood. But then when I try to dry brush it, it gets on the wood, and I don't want it on the wood. Dang it!
Dad blessed it.
Okay, what if you paint both the wood and the rope, and then because the wood has larger pieces, you just paint over the wood again.
Part of the problem is that I am dry brushing the wood texture onto the wood as well. So whichever
Oh,
one I choose, I'm going to end up getting on the other. I think I've got it.
I think
I
it.
think I fixed it. Maybe.
Okay,
Possibly.
if you're just dry brushing, what you could do also is if you put some very thin down paint on the string, it's going to absorb differently from the rope, from the wood, sorry. And then you can just dry brush everything in gray, and it will be fine.
Yeah, that would have been a better solution, I think. But I'm lazy and I'm going to fight through this.
This is good.
Hey.
I encourage lazy.
Good enough. I'm calling that good enough. All right. So what is Shadows of Archonia and Tales in the Backlog and writing books? Is there anything new expected coming up for Mr. Boshear?
No. I'm currently in pre-production on a short film where I am the assistant director and co-writer.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Congratulations.
The thing is the brainchild of my friend Reggie, who is the other co-writer and the actual director. That, in fact, is what this pagoda that I'm printing is for. It's
Okay.
even though it is a dice tower, it is also going to be a film miniature.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, that lodge with the dragon scales, that paint job, it was just gorgeous. I mean, I can see that definitely being a set miniature, definitely.
Thank you very much. Yeah, when he first asked me to print this thing for the film, I thought it was to have on a shelf in the background as a decoration. It wasn't until a little while later, when we were having a meeting about something else, that I learned he wanted it to be the exterior of the building we're shooting. And I was like, whoa, that's a whole other animal, my guy. I'm going to have to get back to you because while I am proud of my tabletop terrain skills, I don't know that I've ever made anything that someone would look at and go, is that real? But we're going to do our best.
Hell yeah.
Is anybody out in the chat working on anything right now? Painting or building something right now?
Good question.
Or are you so enraptured with our activities that you just paused and
As they should be,
forgot what you
Kim.
were doing? Hey, we are gripping.
We are. Absolutely, we are. I think Steve is. Steve is amazing.
Steve is gripping. He
Yeah.
is multifaceted.
You got good stuff, dude.
Thanks, man.
You've got good stuff.
I'm that guy that they talk about, the jack of all trades.
Mhm.
Because all this stuff I've talked about has nothing to do with how I make money. I'm a web developer.
Oh wow. Miyagi is slap chopping some minis. So you're
Well,
a web developer by trade.
you know, Steve,
Alan
I
says
think
finally home.
that's a big. I know too many web developers who know nothing except web development. So yeah, people with multiple interests are where it's at.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned earlier, my degree is in film production,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to make money in that.
Yeah, I guess.
Even if you do make money, there's a long period of time at the start where you did not. And what I found starting out is that most of the people who could afford to be brand new in the film industry already had some money from somewhere,
I see.
which I did not. Um, so for that, among other reasons, I am 44 and still haven't made too much out of my film degree. Uh, some short films and one feature, but no career per se. But yeah, web development. I'm sorry.
You are still young. There you have much more to work with. Many more
I
years.
agree. I agree. And something I tell other people is I do produce 6 hours of watchable content a week. So
Mm-hmm.
That's no joke.
Mm-hmm.
and I run all the cameras and lights and sound and everything for that, which is also no joke.
Yeah, while playing or jamming, being part of it.
Someday I hope to do it all competently at the same time. Hasn't happened yet.
No, that's not what you're supposed to be saying because we haven't been doing this for as long as you have, and I'm still working it out too. So you're supposed to be saying, "Oh, don't
Oh,
worry,
you're
Lisa.
fine.
You got this under control. You got this."
You're fine. Go watch Shadows of Archonia, first 10 episodes.
So
First 10.
he's giving us a leeway of 10, Lisa.
You
To
have
that.
10. Okay.
Which one?
Six.
Which 6 already? Okay.
Yeah, we're at 6.
You're only at 6. I thought this was 7 or 8.
No, I think this is 6. I could be
I think
wrong,
it's
but I think this is
6.
6.
Let me check my calendar.
Well,
Yeah, fact
when I
check me,
was
Kim.
starting out,
I don't mind that.
with the stream, I was, and still am, even though I'm not very active over there anymore, in the patron Discord for the Dungeon Dudes. And they very kindly gave me a lot of advice as I was starting out, on what cameras to get and how to mic it and everything. But the most important thing that either of them said to me, Monty Martin sent me a screenshot of their first episode and their 30th episode, 30 something, which at the time was their current one, of their Dungeons of Drakkenheim game.
Okay.
And basically what he said is give yourself permission to iterate. It's okay if the first thing you put out isn't the best it's ever going to be. You know, there's a huge difference between episode 1 and episode 30. You can tell from a freeze frame. It looks better. And our show now also looks way better than it did. Even a few months ago, episode 1 of Shadows of Archonia 1, it was in 720p, and it was all being shot on borrowed webcams. Now we've got real cameras, we've got a soundboard, we've got lighting, we're streaming in 4K at 60 frames a second. And there's still a lot of room to improve. We're still looking at things or listening to things and going, oh gosh. And we're still in a place where if the computer dies, we can't do much about it for a while because we don't have enough patron support to just dip into the stream fund and get a new one.
Yeah, I did want to bring that up, just everyone in chat, that there is a patron for Shadows of Archonia.
Yes.
So take a look there
Thank you very
too.
much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for plugging that. Yes, we do have a Patreon. At the moment, the amount I'm getting out of the Patreon just about breaks even on months where I don't spend anything extra. Because I have a subscription to motionarray.com, which allows me music rights for all the streams, among some other things. And that is about the same amount of money that I'm getting back out of the Patreon. So that's good. That's up from 0.
Absolutely.
In the chat, so Mia was slap chopping minis. Lasercat's finally home. Glad you're home safe. He was out and about. How's the painting going? We are still at it. They'll see while I'm sorting out my hobby storage space. I've found an entire box of painted hill giant figures. Ooh.
Oh, wait, all right.
Ooh, score. My weekend in-person group is so screwed. Papa Atelier, building some stuff of his backlog. Lasercat, I look up to Steve because I do want to start writing my own adventures and publish them, but been too scared to do it. I look up to Steve too.
Do it.
I'm excited. Do it.
I look up to myself right now, but Mom doesn't like that.
He also says 44 years is young, Steve. 44
Yeah,
is
44 years is younger.
44 is the new
I totally-
34, he said.
Totally agree with it.
Yep, absolutely.
What's funny is I never said it wasn't, and everyone's reassuring me.
Yeah. No, Steve, really, it's fine. You're young. You're good. It's really good. It's fine.
Yeah, really. Don't listen to what those other people say.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what people? Wait, what people?
You still have plenty of time to do everything. Sure. Wow.
Yeah, no one's ever looked up to me before. I'm always the youngest in my family. Even my kids don't respect me.
Oh no. You sound like Rodney Dangerfield.
I know, that's what I was going to say. Rodney Dangerfield.
Henry, do you respect me? He's lying. He said, yeah.
But he respects you enough to lie, at least.
He
Yeah.
respects me enough to lie.
But was it yeah or was it yeah?
He says he's not lying. I know Henry. I love him.
Yeah.
He thinks I'm making fun of him now.
No.
Oh
Only a bit.
no. Never.
Henry's homesick today.
Yeah. There's something going
I'm
around.
gonna have to go get his brother in half an hour.
Yeah. Let's see. Laser Cat, I'm going to be 41 January 1st.
Really,
Mhm.
Great
you're a New
day.
Year's baby,
So
huh?
I'm looking forward to it. Ooh, congratulations.
Alan came over here on his 40th. We played. What was that game we played, Alan? The board game. It's mine. I have it in the other room. Can't remember the name of it. It's got like a big tree and a lot of animal factions.
Alan, what's in my house?
Alan looks to my house. Alan and I have that kind of relationship. Alan's stuff is some of the stuff that's in my house.
Mm.
I all the time I'm like, hey, can you send me a picture of your character sheet? And he'll be like, it's in your table.
Okay, folks, I do have to dip now because I've got work early tomorrow. So, Steve, it's been a pleasure talking to you again.
You too, Carl. Great to see you as always.
Okay,
All right,
bye.
Have a
Carl.
good night, Carl. Maris, have a
Good
good
night.
night.
Take care, love.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Will do. Bye.
I have painted. I am painting. I am very proud of myself that I am painting because that was that was what we were supposed to do this stream is paint.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, it says it
me
on the
painting.
thumbnail.
Congratulations.
Technically, as long as one of you painted something, it's still painting with Steve.
Yay. Mission accomplished. Laser Cat. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to remember. Sorry, can't remember, but it was interesting. Long prep, but interesting.
Yeah.
Carl, see y'all. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carl. Good night.
So I am really looking forward to seeing what happens next Call of Cthulhu game.
Oh yeah.
I still don't want to do too many spoilers. Don't do any spoilers.
No
I'm not doing too
spoilers.
many spoilers, but I do want to say that do check it out. I'll put a link to that also in the doobly-doo. Let's just say that things happen.
Well, one would hope.
But things really happen.
Yeah, that is correct.
Really do.
Really.
Alan is saying he gave us some options in the thread, or he might just mean you.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
He probably doesn't mean me. I have no options.
I'll take a look after the stream because I don't want to give any more. I already gave spoilers, so I don't want to give any more.
Yeah.
What, Lisa?
What?
I thought you were gonna say something.
No, basically just oh God, oh God.
Well, it is Call of Cthulhu, so that's
Yep.
the appropriate emotional
Absolutely.
response.
Absolutely. OMG and WTF.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So what does the inside of a rotting pumpkin look like? I guess it's black, right?
You
Black
don't
brown.
want to see it. Just think of something you don't want to see, and that's what it looks
There
like.
you go. It's black and green and just goopy. Goopy.
Yeah, Chris says Owlet is a very solid GM. That scenario clearly has a lot of plate spinning for the keeper. Very true.
Yes, it
Mhm.
Very
does.
true. A lot of extreme pitfalls too, so it's really cool. It's quite intense.
Alan's a great GM. He has not only run Cthulhu on the channel, but many other things, including Shadow Dark, Ronin. He's the one that introduced us to Cyberpunk Red, which Matt eventually took over. What else did Alan run for us? Mothership. After the first Mothership Kickstarter, he ran that on our channel, which I believe the Cyberpunk Red Kickstarter, eventually the apartment, and the Mothership adventure that he ran way back are still two of our most viewed videos on the channel.
Mothership is
Um,
really cool. I'd love to play that. I haven't played that.
yeah, Mothership. I ran some Mothership recently for a few sessions. It's a great system.
I
In a
played
sea of
Mothership.
horror games that are all rules light horror games that are all based on Mercor, Mothership is not.
Yeah. Let's see. He did want to ask if we wanted to play Delta Green after we were done.
Ooh, you betcha.
See, I'd like to. I have to figure out my schedule.
Yeah. Um, so Delta Green, yeah, we can put it on the schedule for Monday, but it won't be till February because we're
Yeah.
full all the way through end of January now. Oh yeah, and Mia Geek pointing out Shadow of the Demon Lord is also something Alan ran.
Ooh.
A great game, which I gave him endless headaches about because of all the crap I want to do with my character.
Yeah. But why? Why can't I do that? Why?
Well, no, Shadow of the Demon Lord has a corruption system where you use magic and it causes you problems, or if you do evil deeds, it causes you problems. And I said, let's drive this corruption system till the wheels fall off. And he was like, but you'll die. And I said, I'm prepared for that. Are you? And he wasn't.
Aw.
Well,
No, it was fun time though.
I am.
Fun fact for anyone who doesn't know Arconia lore, that Shadow of the Demon Lord campaign, as well as our Midlight City Operators campaign, our 100 Years Black campaign, and Shadows of Arconia 1 and 2 are all set in the same game world of Arconia
Oh,
at different time
interesting.
periods. Yes.
Really?
Yes. The only things we ran more than a session or two of on Friday that are not set in Arconia are Cyberpunk Red and Ronin, and we're about to do Shadow Dark, which will also not be set in Arconia.
Hmm.
I do, however, Mr. Lasercat, if you're still listening, need a title for that campaign because I'm making a intro sequence for it, and I should theoretically have the title in the title sequence.
And yeah, he is there. He said, well, first I'll keep going. Lucille was asking about whether we could have dynamite if we play Delta Green. And he says, then Ronan is amazing. Shadow the Demon Lord. Mothership is very clever. Character generation is well conceived. I have a Lasercat. I have a problem that I buy too many systems. Too many. Lasercat does say we could play Delta Green off stream too. So depending on time, yeah, that I can definitely take a look at. And Steve is Lasercat. Steve is very good at teaching me GM training. Now I welcome players dying because I know what to do now. So glad that you welcome players dying. And let's see, Shadows of Archonia and winking. Yeah, it's quite fun.
I
Yeah,
am.
It's
yeah.
it's
Oh, he
very
wants
fun.
the title of Shadow Dark to be Shadows of Arconia.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's already the name of the channel and of two different shows on the channel. I think we've confused people enough.
Arconia Dark.
You know, we've spun a few versions of that around recently. Shadow Dark of Arconia, I don't
Yeah.
know. Arconia Dark.
Darkonia.
Darkonia. Dark Shadows of Arconia.
Dark Shadow. What was his name? It started with a B.
Barnabas Collins.
Barnabas. Yeah, Barnabas.
Yep.
Who is that?
From
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows, the vampire in Dark Shadows. Barnabas.
Oh.
Coming up with a name. It's been hard coming up with a name because the best one was Arconia No More.
Yeah, Arconia No More was the name of his Shadow of the Demon Lord campaign.
That is
But
not.
if Shadow Dark is indeed not set in Arconia, it doesn't have to have the word Arconia in its name.
Yes,
Excuse me.
Shadows of Darkonia says Luciwa. Shadows
That's a
Shadows
good
of
of
one.
Darkonia.
Shadows of Darko.
Excuse me,
Shadows.
this is a serious game. We don't need silly titles for a serious game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then just call it. This is a serious game.
That's potentially a real title, yeah. Uh, I'm going to be dead 80 times in the first episode because we're running a funnel.
Oh,
The last time we did Shadow Dark, um, we did it during Arconia Fest this year, and I don't remember how many characters I lost in that game. It must have been close to 10. I
Oof.
just kept dying and rolling a new one over and over and over. It was a one
wow.
shot. It's like a 6 hour one shot, but it was a one shot.
6 hour one shot. That's a weekend.
Yeah, well, for Arconia Fest, things work a little differently because we're streaming a lot. We're streaming all day, every day for the length of the event. So it's not
Yeah,
like our usual games where we're limited to 3 hours.
that makes sense.
And Alan wanted to take advantage of that. He also ran Delta Green. Was that this year or the previous year? I don't remember. He ran Delta Green. No, yeah, he ran Delta Green during our first Arconia Fest. And the second one, he ran Call of Cthulhu.
We'll see what. It would only be unserious if it were called Shadows of Dorkonia.
Shadows of Arconia.
That's good.
We're
That's good.
so far afield from the word Arconia at this point.
How did you
Konia.
come up with the name of of that channel anyway? What was the motivation for that?
Well,
I
how'd you
gotta
come up with the
tell
name
you,
of the world? Yeah.
yeah, after all the talking I did about my novel and how I came up with all those ideas, I
Mm-hmm.
straight up do not remember how I came up with Arconia. I think I just made up a word that didn't sound taken.
Hmm.
But lore wise, it eventually became connected to the word Archon, which is a type of creature in D&D.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, in lore, that's why it's called Arconia. Because
Okay.
once upon a time there was the Empire of Arconia in which the Archons were part of the ruling body. And that empire fell many, many years ago, which is why now we only have Shadows of Archonia.
Hmm.
Everything that happens. It's actually even stated in one of the intros I created for campaign one. We went through 3 title sequences, but in the last one, the third one of our NPCs at Baroxiel says, the Empire of Arconia would have been well equipped to handle the situation, or whatever he said, to deal with the situation. But the Empire's long gone. Now only its fairest shadows remain.
Hmm. That is. I mean, it's quite rote, but that is poetic.
Thank you.
Yes, I think your writing skills come through there definitely. So, is there any game system that you prefer over any other one?
Well, let's see. I think we talked about this a little bit earlier, but I have a lot of appreciation for both crunchier and more rules light systems.
Yes.
And I think my answer is it depends on what game. You
Okay.
know, what kind of story do I want to tell? Is it long form? Is it short form?
Sure.
For a long form campaign, I prefer something a little crunchier. I want my players to have actual options when they build their character. You something like EZD6, you've got one page for each class, and like if it's a spellcaster, you get an extra page. and that's kind of like an extra paragraph, and that's great if you're running one to three sessions of something.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to be living and breathing with these characters for 100 episodes, um, or 69 in our case for Shadows of Archonia 2, you want more build options, I think. Which is why we went with Worlds Without Number. We had a few options on the table when we switched away from D&D for Campaign 2. We had Worlds Without Number was on the list, Dungeon Crawl Classics was on the list, Merkborg was on the list. I forget what else. Pathfinder 2E was on the list. I think I think, I don't remember what everyone else's reasoning was. I voted against Pathfinder on the grounds that this was during the height of the OGL scandal, and everyone was
Mm.
going to Pathfinder. And I said, if we want to get any views, it can't be D&D or Pathfinder because they won't find us when they search.
Right.
So that was why I said no to Pathfinder. Although I would have played it if everyone else had voted for it. Merc board, not complex enough, and DCC too complex. Worlds Without Number was the sweet spot for most people. Yuri was the sole dissenting vote. She voted for DCC, Dungeon Call Classics, and I am now pushing for that one for Campaign 3.
Okay.
But yeah, if it's to get back to your question, if it's just a one shot, I prefer, I mean, Merkborg definitely over pretty much anything if I'm doing a one shot. Um, Although there are situations, maybe just moods, I don't know. I don't think I can nail it down to anything more specific than that. There are moods when I would choose Easy D6 over Merkborg. And I know Scotty is my good friend, and he wants me to say that I would play Easy D6 over anything at all times. Sorry, bud. Love your
I
game.
know.
Can't say that.
I feel exactly the same way. I every time I say that I prefer Call of Cthulhu, I'm like, I'm sorry, Scotty, I love you.
But I do have, I do have a lot of love for Easy D6. I really like being essentially, in terms of streaming that game, our channel's kind of the face of it. Because where can you see Scotty run Easy D6? I'm pretty sure our channel's the only one or one of the only ones.
Mm.
And one of our games with him is on his channel. So, you can go see us there as well.
A couple of comments. Lasercat. It's tough because Shadow Dark is about surviving the darkness, so trying to think of a name that themes that. Um, Enter the Shadow Dark, or something like that. He also says, I'm so happy the OGL scandal happened. It made me look into other games and know I'm so much better of a GM because of it.
The
That
same.
is cool. Yeah,
Yes, I
that's
agree
Okay,
cool.
with that.
I agree with that as well. However, I want to call out something about Alan that I don't know if he remembers, but he introduced us to both Cyberpunk Red and Mothership years before the OGL scandal. So it's not like he'd
Mm.
never run anything else, but it definitely, I think, it brought a lot of other games to the forefront
Yes,
um,
agreed.
that were that were kind of just in the background before, for sure.
So
Because
do
I mean,
you
there are definitely examples of games even before that I only knew about because of Alan.
so do you prefer to GM or do you prefer to be a player?
I need both in my life.
Good answer.
Most of the time, I like to be a GM. Right now, I'm getting fatigued with it on Fridays. That said, after campaign one, this is actually after campaign one, the rule was I'm not GMing another game, another campaign until I finish my novel.
Hmm.
And when that happened and I got back in the chair, it felt like the first time I sat in the GM chair with a bunch of my friends around the table looking at me, waiting for me to say something, I was like, oh, this feels like I've been gone from my home for a long time, and now I'm back. So it's like, I think I get fatigued with one or the other. I want to be a player because I want to enjoy the games. I want to enjoy the stories that someone else is telling or that we are all telling together, but just from the other side of it. but I also want to be a GM because I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
So I need both.
So what is it
Little
about?
C.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on. Well, I was just going to read the chat. Little
Oh, go ahead.
Siwa, I love EZD6 as both a GM and a player, even though I find its streamlined toolkit actually challenges me more when it comes to statting foes than some other rules light systems. It's still great. Yeah,
Yep,
I agree.
I
Yeah.
agree. Well, I don't agree with all that. I like statting foes in EZD6 because it's very hard for me in some other systems. Um, but I do agree. You know, it has what you need in some situations.
Yeah.
But overall, it's a great game, and it's the perfect game for people who just don't want to deal with the math. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Scotty's goal was the same, I think, as a lot of other game systems goals, which is let's do D&D but easier. And in
Right.
terms of that, I think Scotty did it the easiest of all. Um, I don't think anything nailed D&D but easier as well as EZD6 has.
What I really
Yeah.
like
So.
about EZD6 is that it allows the players to be super flexible in what they want to do. So if they want to create a scene that um, what normal D&D rules would not permit, and that would just be uber cool. But of course, oh no, the book says you can't do that because the rules say this, that you have to be within this distance, and it's the spell is a cone. It's not a, it's like no, 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 no. I just want to do this with that, and it looks cool. So that's good, and that
Yeah,
makes the game so much more fun, I think.
yeah, of course. And that was part of Scotty's stated goal with the game was you never have to stop and look up a rule. The rules can be stated in a sentence. Roll a d6.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's slightly more complex than that. It can't really be boiled down to one sentence, but you could easily write the rules in one paragraph.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So what you say you prefer GMing to playing, although it's kind of both. But what is it about GMing? What is it that really you find appealing about GMing?
I'll say this. I am a collaborator by nature.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the art that I was drawn to in school was film, which is a collaborative medium. Many of the things I have written in my life, I have been a co-writer on. And D&D or tabletop role-playing games are the ultimate collaborative storytelling system. And what I really love doing is when someone else has a good idea, making it better. And I feel like that's something you get to do a lot as a GM. Your players come up with something awesome they want to do, and you help them find a way to make it even more awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite part of it. That and trying to kill them all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, those two things are not mutually exclusive. They can do something amazing as they're dying. So,
Yeah, exactly.
win-win.
I am a fan, being a GM, I am a fan of freaking people out.
Oh, I know. I've seen how you react when Scotty brings out one of his multi-headed slime blood things and eats us all.
She squeals, doesn't she?
Hmm.
Yep.
She claps her hands with
Yep.
childlike glee, is what she does.
Absolutely. That's
He
yep.
has the best monster scream. I love it. It's amazing. I asked him to try to teach me to do. I'm sorry. The people decided. Why are people mowing their lawns outside of my house now? Um, they are they're amazing. I love his monster squeals. And I've asked him multiple times to teach me how to do it, and I think I finally figured it out. I
Uh-oh.
don't think I can do it as good as he can.
I was
What,
gonna say,
GM?
Huh? No, the
You can't
monster
what,
squeal.
GM?
The
Oh, the
monster
monster.
squeal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You got? Are you gonna? Is this a warning? Should everyone turn their?
I won't do it unless you tell me to. But
Do it.
yeah, the monster squeal. I love his monster squeal.
Okay,
Do you have to?
everybody, hold on.
Oh, really?
Everybody,
Here it
Am I
hold
comes.
doing
on.
it?
Well,
You're doing it.
do you want to put it in the chat, or do you want to just do it? Because I think you're gonna end up doing it. So
Only if you want me to. I won't do it unless you want me to.
We
For
want
one,
you
I
to.
know I'm not going to be as good at it as Scotty is. Is this necessary, people? Right now, please. All right. No, I'm not going to do my monster squeal because there's a lot of stuff going on outside. I'm going to put myself on mute. Feel free to keep talking, Kim.
well, quick question: are we doing a showcase today? Because
We
we've
are.
only got about 8 minutes left in
Oh,
the
goodness.
stream.
Okay. So, yes, let's do that. Let's do a showcase.
Okay.
That's a good
Yes,
idea.
and I'm probably going to have to bounce halfway through it because my son's getting out of school in
Okay.
8 minutes.
I'm going to mute
Okay.
myself, but I'm going to let Kim host it, but I'm going to run through it. I'll be the one to drive. Okay, Kim?
Alrighty, I'm here.
All righty. Sorry
I'll
about
be
the.
back. I'll be back. See, I'll just like.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's take a look at what we have on the showcase, and feel free to let us know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, that's me.
Let's see. Okay.
Oh, that is amazing.
Where am I? Ah, there we are. Oh my gosh. I love that angle. That's a perfect the extremity of it. Just that angle and the color and the little pops of color going up the hill is really nice. Is it resin? I'm wondering.
Oh, maybe. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Is it made out of foam? Maybe
would,
cardboard.
yeah, I would think, and then I'm wondering if it's. I think in hand textured. I think hand drawn lines, maybe. I love that. Ah, let me get the.
Yeah, that's very, very big.
Yeah. Wow. RDT, Red Dr. Rain. Or yeah, just putting that down the table or something. Yeah. Gosh, imagine the players having to like climb up that. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. He, I think that was Chris. We'll see. Well, yeah, he was on. He's the one who wanted the dynamite.
Yeah, Alan's been the one stopping him.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm. Yeah, I love the layers to build it out. Behind bar. Yeah, yeah. And just looking at all the different layers of foam to do the individual pieces of the facade looks like. Yep, very cool. Very nice. Lovely. Uh-oh.
Nice.
What's it doing? It's hard to see.
I
Who's
found Daphne's channel just last week through you
oh
guys.
oh yeah, Daffy. Oh, he does some
He's got some great
amazing
stuff on
stuff.
there.
Yeah, and does wonderful tutorials. It's really cool. That's how I did wiring, and that's why I actually work with LEDs because of David.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. I'd love to have a long, drawn out goodbye, but my kid's gonna be waiting on the street, so I gotta go.
Yeah, we don't want kids on the street. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much,
having me.
Steve.
It's great to see you guys.
Absolutely.
Uh,
We'll definitely be in touch.
I'll check out the rest of the showcase later on the playback.
Sounds wonderful.
Thanks for
Thank you,
joining us,
Steve.
Steve. It was a pleasure. I hope you can come back and see us again.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right,
Wonderful.
guys.
take
Good
care.
night.
All right.
Or,
Take care.
hey.
Bye-bye.
Wait, that way. All right, let's get back to the showcase.
Yes. Yeah, that is. Oh, there's a couple of them. So that's another machine of. It's got a little screen. Uh, the other one seems so small though. Yeah. Yeah, he was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still in. Doc, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's fun. There's there's the trouble brewing right there. Oh, the power levels change. That is cool. I wonder if you can change it. Sorry, according to what the yeah. I was gonna say I wonder if you can change it according to what the players do.
Where's my phone?
Hopefully everyone can still hear me because I know Lisa had to mute. Sorry. So we have to. I think we have to get through these pretty quickly. So yeah, I was just saying. I wonder if for that piece where the power levels change, I wonder if you can do that manually by how the players act. That'd be sort of cool. Okay. Ooh, owlbear. Nice. Love- I wonder which mini this is. I think have I seen this one? I'm not sure if I've seen this one. I wonder which mini this is. Love the teeth and everything. Who is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is really cool. And it looks so organic, like almost woody, because of the coloration. As you can see, like you can sort of tell how tough it is. Oh, hey, Bill. Hello. Welcome. But you can see, you've got some lovely pieces. I mean, the aqueduct was really cool, and then David had some like interactive electronic um, terrain that was really cool. And yeah, oh yeah, I love that's some deep thick flocking. That's really cool. Wow, I like that one. Mhm. Oh, it's like Elvira and Bewitched together. Yeah, and Samantha from Bewitched. Yep. Yep. That's exactly what it looks like. It is. Yeah. I wonder where you got that one from, too. Interesting. Oh, wow. That is some cool color. Yeah. The action, but stable. Yeah. Bill is, yeah. Bill is saying he likes the bold colors. Happens. Don't judge. Don't judge. Bill's saying he likes the bold colors. And Lil C was saying Bill would be my dream guest player for his January Cyberpunk one shot on Tales from the Backlog. That's true. Yeah. Um, Chris is GMing Cyberpunk Adventure for ICRPG on SOA. For on TFTB on SOA. Tales from the Backlog on Shadows of Archonia. I know, so many abbreviations. It looks like she's got. Are those boxing gloves off hanging off of that? Jugs? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, and it depends. Maybe that's just maybe you know how different cars have the engine. Some have it in the front, some have it in the boot. Yeah. No, not there. I was talking about the other side. Yeah, but that's okay. But yeah, I do love the color. Purple is the color. Purple is all that. Very cool. The hair and everything. Everything's good. That's just a lovely piece. Yeah. All right. Yes, Laser Cat that he thinks they think that those are jugs hanging off the front. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes. And I am good. The head is gonna light up because I did want to have. Yeah, I'm wiring an LED to go in the head as well, so that'll be cool. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Um. Bill was like, oh yeah. Bill was asking. I'm assuming it's for me if I solder. I do sometimes. Um, I also do stained glass, so I do some soldering for that. I haven't done soldering. I mean, back in the day, I actually used to work on some things that I did solder some electronics, but I haven't. I'm sort of scared. I haven't done it again for like a onto an actual board or anything like that. Actually, I did do a little bit of soldering, I think, for something I just did recently. But short answer, yes, but not much.
I forgot to unmute
Uh,
myself from
oh,
everybody.
oh,
You could hear
you
me.
haven't.
I hadn't. I'm sorry, folks. Still getting the
Did you
hang of
just?
this.
Did you just unmute?
I just unmuted. Thank you, Bill, for letting me know.
Thank you, Bill.
I am taking a soldering class from Daphne. I think Daphne is doing a soldering class at Mythicon, isn't he?
Is he? I didn't think he had any classes this time.
Yeah, I'm in one of them. Gonna learn how to do that because
Ooh, I'm gonna take
electronics are not my gig.
Yeah, as I said, I have done it in the past. It's been quite a while, so I sort of have to
I
get
actually
in.
have a soldering kit and I have
Hmm.
not yet opened it yet. Sorry. Daphne's like, what? Get on
Yeah,
it, girl.
don't tell him.
I know. Well, too late. He knows. Kim,
Oh,
thank you so much for being with me
no,
today. And
no, it's been fun. Been a pleasure. I actually got my scarecrow mostly painted up, and I'll get my lights going, and there's a couple of other pieces to it that I'll put together for my video.
his sad little
So
head.
I'll give you a little peek.
Oh yeah, let's see. See. Ooh. Oh, so you actually did corn.
Sort of.
He's a cornfield.
So yeah, great. I call it a grain field. I'm not specific about it because it could be wheat, could be corn, but it's basically.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I
it's
did mine
basically.
and mine's pumpkins. But
Ah,
nice. Very nice. I
well,
was considering making little crows, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get around to it. Unfortunately.
yeah. I got to try to finish this off tomorrow because I'm going to that other RPG retreat. Remember over the weekend, the Dungeons and Games.
Oh,
So
very nice. Yeah, take
so
pictures.
check that
Tell
out.
us about that. That sounds like it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to go. So yeah, I have to. Tomorrow is basically getting ready for that, packing up and stuff. So I'm excited for that.
Less than a month to Mythicon.
And less than a month to Mythicon. So we got a lot going on.
Oh, crafting, playing, and then more crafting. I'm
Very excited.
very excited.
Oh yeah, I think we both got into the cyberpunk.
You mean
Into the
Bill's game?
into the city, dark city,
Neon Skies?
neon skies.
Yes.
I think we're both in that one.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that. Bill's like, oh no. He's not.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with my um Rogu costume on, going to neon skies.
Yep. Fall
Yeah,
is
fall
the
is the
crafters'
crafters'
busy
busy.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you go to Dollar Tree and there's just, I mean, from this point until after January, it's just a crafter's paradise. Oh, I'm
No,
glad you.
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing your game, Bill, and at Mythicon. Looking forward to that a lot.
Yeah.
Folks, I think we've reached the end. Thank you again, Kim, and thank you everybody for joining us. Next week, I think it's going to be the. Oh my God, we're very close to time for the challenge to be ready, and we have to craft like crazy people stream.
Yep, some more crafting next week. And we will. I hopefully. I'm hoping to have finished this up by then, but I'll be starting something else, I'm sure. And so just excited to keep going and see more things. Please put more things into the community showcase so that we can show those next week.
Yes, like and subscribe so that you can
Like and subscribe.
you can help us out, and uh, please do post stuff into the showcase. We love showing off your wonderful work. Love it.
Yes.
Love it. All right.
Much
Have a good
appreciated.
week, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Martin.
For Carl. For Carl. Bye.
Bye.